Hey there guys, how are you today, and welcome to another episode of F1 2010 Career Mode. Today we're going to be at the South Korean Grand Prix. Go check out the previous episodes if you haven't seen them yet, but now let's go to the Korean Grand Prix. Here we are, about to start our fast lap in Q1. We're currently only in P23, which of course would be us out of the session. Going into turn 1 in here in Korea, of course, this track came off the calendar after 2013, meaning we haven't seen it in recent years in Formula 1. So it's a track I had to learn a bit. I didn't know it from memory, unfortunately. So we're heading down now the long straight, 190 mile an hour. And now we're going to have to brake as the track dips into the hairpin. Difficult braking zone there, very easy to mess it up and go wide, but we do that time okay. And now we're going to what became the sector 1 sector 2 split, but not in 2010. Up the arrow and now down for another hairpin. Lots of hairpins on the circuit actually. Left-hander followed by right-hander. This is a sequence that comes up again and again on the circuit, and another right-hander. Very important to get a brilliant exit out of this corner, and we do it okay this time around. Now coming now towards a quick right and left-hander, we really are riding the curves there, but we go a bit wide on the second one, doesn't go so well. And now this is another corner, very difficult to brake for, 93 right-hander. Get a good exit out there now for a very long left-hander coming around. As we're coming now towards the end of sector 2, I wonder how we're doing. There's been a couple of small mistakes in this lap. It's been pretty good so far. We're going a lot faster than our previous attempt, over a second. And now on sector 3 with lots of fairly slow corners mostly. Great now for what's going to become a double left-hander, another left-hander now. And now we have to put our foot down, stay as close to the right-hand side as possible, and put our foot down to get a 1 minute 40. Well, it's going to be a 44.3 P20.
Fired in 20th. Good result. Well
and there you go, that confirms it. We got knocked out at the end of Q1. We qualified in P20 ahead of our teammate, which is of course the most important thing. So I suppose, considering it's not a track, I know it's not a disaster, but I was hoping for better. And now I guess it's time to focus and go to the Korean Grand Prix. So here we are on the grid in Korea, Vettel on pole alongside his teammate Webber, our rival Petrov in P12. There we are in P20 and our teammate in P24. The lights now coming on as we're preparing for the race. Will we be able to fight into the point? What's going to happen here in Korea? We're about to find out, and here we go. There you go. Decent start there. We're straight to the right hand side to try to get past Jarno Trulli in his dark green Lotus. Love that colour by the way. We slam right into the back of Rubens Barrichello, and someone goes spinning there on our inside. I had no idea who that was. I think it was a Toro Rosso, but I'm not too sure. And now we're right behind. I believe those are the two Williams of Barrichello and Hulkenberg, but I'm not too sure. Maybe Al-Ghashrawi is there as well, as it does say that right there. We're now coming down towards heaven. I'm going to try to dive up the inside of Rubens Barrichello and De La Rosa, and we're able to get a couple of positions, and we're now in P16. Trulli follows us right through there to get into P17, but then De La Rosa gets it back on the exit. And now we're continuing to chase Al-Ghashrawi up to the next hairpin. And what we're going to do, we're going to have a look up the inside of a couple of cars here. Bang wheels with the Spaniard, but we get past him, and now in our clutches is Petrov. Al-Ghashrawi is still there on our inside. We're going into the outside, and I think we're able to cover him off, and we do squeeze him off the circuit there a little bit, but I think that was just race incident rather than dirty driving. Now going through the chicane, we nearly lose it there on the first part of the fast corner over the curve. It wasn't the chicane, don't know why I said that before. But okay, we do go a bit wide then and lose it again, but we calm down now for this next part. And towards the latter end of lap 1. Petrov is starting to get away, but he is in a faster car. Don't know why I picked him as a rival, to be honest. That's a bit stupid. But, you know, we tried our best. I don't even know what rival means in this game. And there we are, we're going through sector 3. And we're not really catching him up, are we? So that's not going too well. But it's important we don't get overtaken, because P14 will be a great result for me on the circuit. But now the cars ahead are starting to go wheel to wheel, so never know, we may be able to get something there as we complete lap 1. Moving on now to lap 2 here at the Korean Grand Prix. We're still in P14, we're chasing Adrian Sutil and his Force India and the cars ahead of him, which include my rival Vitaly Petrov. Of course they are midfield runners, well I'm a back marker really. But it would be nice to give them a little race. And Sissel does go a bit wide there, but we're not able to get the traction and the exit to capitalise on that. And we're going through this right and left. And maybe, I don't know if dirty air is a thing on this game, but if it is, that's what happened there. Or maybe I'm just crap at the game, I don't know. We don't have the smoothest run through there, but we are able to keep up. Of course he is also in traffic. I'm pleased I'm able to keep up with these guys on lap 2. That's of course quite promising. Of course we have got quite good tyres still. If any of these guys started in the top 10, they're going to have old tyres right now. But we're staying right with Adrian Sitter and Vitaly Petrov here through lap 2. And I'm hoping soon I'll be able to make a move on them. Because that would be awesome, because I want to win every race I'm in. But I don't think I'm going to win. But every position, Sitter gets an awful exit there out of that corner. But we get in the dirty air and we go a bit wide. And again, we're not able to capitalise on that yet again. Seems to be a story of this race, not being able to get past some drivers when I get the chance, and now I go a bit wide on the grass and I'm not going to be anywhere near. Moving on now to the start of lap 4 here in Korea in P13. I think someone's pitted, I believe, going into turn 1, and we go very, very wide onto the grass, and that might let the car behind, who is it, De La Rosa, have a run on us down the long straight. Of course we are going to try to get out the slipstream, try to defend, but he is just faster than us, and he flies past us going down the straight. But we are going to try to attack going into the hairpin. We're going to dive up the inside of Pedro De La Rosa, the Spanish driver in the German car, and we get a position. Nice move there up the inside, just what I wanted to see. And now we've got to try to at least hold this position until our pit stop. Might though be easier said than done. Later on here on lap 4, we're still kind of in the same kind of battles ahead of De La Rosa. And yeah, but you can see though we've got very heavy tyre wear there, which is going to hinder us now for the rest of this lap. And we actually go onto the curves and we get sent wide and into De La Rosa, and we spin out. And now who's it? Truly comes past us as well. So yeah, that has really screwed us over. Went onto the curve, got stuck on an auto spin curve, plus of course tyre wear. Then we spun into Pedro De La Rosa, which made us spin again, and then Truly got past as well. So just in that little incident, we lost 2 positions. But come on, that was quite an awesome incident. So we might as well be fair there. But I think they're going to try to come in to the pits and stuff. Our tyres are completely F-U-C-K-E-D, as they would say. And yeah, it's time for a pit stop, guys, isn't it? Let's see what the boys can do here in the pit stop. Truly's coming in with us. Can we get out of the pit stop before him?
Break for the pit box.
Come on, boys, if you can get me out in front of Truly, I will buy you a beer and a pizza and anything else you want. Come on, boys, let's do it. Come on, boys, lift the thing.
Wait for the lollipop.
And Truly gets ahead of us. At least I don't need to splash out on any pizza, because I'm poor. I'm a poor guy driving in the crappiest car in Formula 1. So yeah, we're now in P24. And let's see what we can do for the rest of this race. Moving on to lap 6, heading down the long straight, you can see Kamui Kobayashi in the BMW is right behind us. He is going to try to have a look at the hairpin, and we're just about able to cover him off by doing some late braking there, and thankfully we're able to hold a position. Moving on now to lap 9, you can see very clearly that our teammate did jump us in the pit stops, so showing how much we've been struggling on these prime tyres, that Di Grassi, who was so far behind at the end of the first stint, has able to overtake us. But now we are fighting back here at the Korean Grand Prix. We want to at least beat our teammate at the very least, even though points are clearly not on the cards this weekend. I think that's pretty clear for all to see. But we are now going to have to chase Di Grassi with all our heart and all our spirit in the attempt to beat him and at least finish in P21, which wouldn't be an awful result, I suppose. Thankfully we've got the tyres to do it, because we are gaining so fast now through this middle sector, and we're going to have to keep it up if we're going to be able to get a run down the long back straight on lap 10. So now we have to keep going now through this right-hander. Do it very nicely there. Now to the double left-hander coming up. Don't go on the grass, there we go on a bit, but Di Grassi goes a bit wide too. Now we get a fantastic run going on to the start and finish straight on the grassy. We're going to really get into a slipstream and think about attacking him. We set our fastest lap on the race so far, 1 minute 44.871. We dive up the inside of Lucas Di Grassi. He leaves a bit of space as he is our teammate. We have to be very careful, but we're able to get the position and get P21. But this battle may not be over yet as we're on the long straight now. And Di Grassi is right behind us. We might try to get the position here. And he's going to look to the inside, but I reckon we're going to have enough to cover him off and get P21 and think about Alguersuari in P20. And here we are at the end of lap 11. Mark Webber has won the Grand Prix, the Korean Grand Prix, but we were able to hold off our teammate and we're going to finish the race in P21. Not great.
A slightly disappointing result, but at least we got to the end. Well done.
Certainly wasn't the best result there for us in P21. Could have been worse, of course. Button had a terrible race to McLaren there. Look at that. P15, sorry. But yeah, not the best race for us, but what can you do? Webber beat his good friend Alonso and Vettel, with Hamilton only 5th. And there we are in the Drivers' Championship. We're in P12 behind Liuzzi and Kubica, but ahead of Barrichello, at least for now. We should be safe in P12 at least, but I'd like to go higher. And Vettel now has a very commanding lead with only 2 races to go, remember, over Lewis Hamilton and Mark Webber. We've got to now think about the constructors. We're in P7. I think Force India have got ahead of us actually in this Grand Prix, which is a shame. And yeah, Red Bull, I think they've won the Constructors' Championship now, haven't they? So well done to them. So yeah, that wasn't the best race, but it'll have to do, I guess. Could have been worse though.
Hey, I hope you weren't holding out for the Virgin Racing drive. They've just informed me that they have filled their seats for next year and are retracting their offer.
So guys, I don't know if you heard that, that's a disaster. So, as you know, I had a contract offer from Virgin, but I was holding out in case a better team approached me, which they haven't so far, and now Virgin have withdrew their offer, which means withdrawn the offer even, which means we have 2 races to save our F1 career. Otherwise we're going to be left without a drive, and at the moment even HRT don't think we're good enough. So that, guys, could be a disaster with only 2 races left. But we're going to do the first of those 2 races in the next episode. I hope you join me for it in Sao Paulo for the 2010 Brazilian Grand Prix.